Hello, my name is Garrett Howard, and I'll be speaking about the neurological disorder traumatic brain injury, also known as a TBI. A traumatic injury is defined by the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke as a brain injury that is caused by an outside force, a forceful bump or jolt to the head. According to a recent literature-based study done by Lefebvre, Donin, and others in 2001, concluded that the most common causes of a traumatic brain injury include road incidents and falls, then sports injuries and assaults. In children specifically, falls are the leading cause of TBI-related incidents. A TBI would impact human development in a number of ways, depending upon the severity of the injury. Whether the injury caused primary damage, meaning the effects of the injury are immediately apparent, or if the injury caused secondary damage, meaning the effects are seen over a period of hours or days after the incident occurs. It would also depend upon the severity of the injury itself, whether it is categorized as either mild or severe, but a recent study done by Kennedy and others in 2022 shows that mortality rates were higher for neonates and lower for in the early childhood years. However, the evidence of such was not of statistical significance. Also worth mentioning that children in the early childhood group had the lowest rates of unfavorable outcomes and the highest rate of favorable outcomes, while using the GOS-E to evaluate. A favorable outcome being those with moderate disability and good recovery. In this context, the development of the child can be delayed due to a slowing in consciousness, awareness, alertness, and responsiveness, all of which are pivotal for healthy human development. If we reference Erik Erikson's psychosocial development theory in the Wong and others from 2020 from our reading, this would also possibly delay the progression of the stages of development. For the parents, there could possibly be a high anxiety, guilt or shame, anger if another individual was involved. For the child, it would definitely impact their development. However, they would not necessarily be aware of this until they got older and noticed differences in their own lives compared to that of other children around them. The child may have to build up confidence to engage in the same activity that they did when they were injured. From a counseling standpoint, there would be issues to address in areas regarding grieving the incident itself, taking accountability for what has happened and knowing that we cannot change the past, but only move forward. There would also be possible heightened anxiety for the parents, which would have long-term effects on attachment development in the child if it is not addressed due to the impact it would have on social referencing as the child senses the parents' anxiety when they explore again. When discussing the effects spiritual disciplines have on our neurobiology, there are multiple studies done that show when engaging in forms of meditation and prayer, there are neurological effects that help increase focus and lessen distractions, such as this study by Valentine and Sweet in 1999, where it is confirmed that when someone engages in meditation, their body neurologically helps individuals train for mindfulness and focus. Thank you so much.